All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank you all so much for coming over. Now, I'm just trying to figure out this title here and if it has some type of connection to the one comedian that you know, they say allegedly or got shot by Katt Williams' bodyguard. The title of this video, what's his name? Reggie Carroll, right? The title of this video says, Dave Chappelle, this is why Katt Williams humiliated Wanda Smith. I don't know if there's any type of connection to that, but just wondering what's going on with the whole Dave Chappelle saying something allegedly and with Wanda Smith. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm going to try to take everything away from you. And I don't care when I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, finished. Who's that? That's you.
So I did not want to go back and forth with Katt Williams like that. That bothered me so bad. That really bothered me.
It was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried me this same weekend, not in jokes, with a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand, I'm losing my life.
This is the exclusive security video from the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Gwinnett County. You can see Wanda Smith and her husband by the front door. Watch as Katt Williams.
If you've been on social media this week, you've probably seen the drama around Katt Williams blowing up again. People are trying to cancel him over some old clip with the late talk show host Wanda Smith. You know, the one where Katt roasted her on her own show?
I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli.
I'm just trying to remember, because I think from this incident, I think she was the one who started it, if I'm not mistaken. Boy, stuff be resurfacing. That's why I was like, I'm wondering if this has any connection to do with that. I don't know. But he was on Club Shay Shay talking about how they tried to come after him. I remember that.
And they love my baked chicken.
Hey, right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli. And tell me, does it say heat up water?
Shut up.
Is that the only step in broccoli? Heat up water?
Whatever.
Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you burn broccoli?
And now some folks are saying Katt ruined Wanda's career that she spent decades building. And they're out here calling Katt a POS for what he did to Wanda. This comes after Katt recently apologized for mocking Michael Jackson in his old comedy special. And now some fans are saying he also owes an apology to Wanda's family. But here's the thing, not everyone is buying that story. Dave Chappelle actually stepped in to defend Katt and is saying that the whole Wanda situation was just comedy. And Katt was doing what he's always done, pushing back when someone tries to come at him. Chappelle also called out fans for digging through someone's past, looking for reasons to cancel them, especially over something that happened years ago. So let's unpack what actually went down between Katt and Wanda, why people are suddenly digging up that old interview, and why Dave Chappelle thinks the cancel crowd is overreacting once again.
That's why I don't be coming out doing comedy all the time.
Alright, so in case you missed it, Katt Williams recently apologized to Michael Jackson's family and said he regrets all those jokes he used to make about MJ in his comedy specials. Katt said that in hindsight, he shouldn't have mocked MJ because he later realized that the people who gave him the platform and signed his checks had an agenda, and that agenda was to get black men to tear each other down.
I shouldn't have, honestly. Like, some of these things are the reason that the enemy decides to go ahead and let you be famous, is your ability to tear down your own kind, no matter how high they are.
And this was all it took for some social media users to go after Katt and call him a hypocrite, saying he owes a lot of people an apology, including the late Wanda Smith. One user wrote, "Katt Williams is a POS for what he did to Wanda Smith. F him." And another person wrote, "I remember Katt Williams went in on Wanda Smith, and everyone in Atlanta laughed and was on Katt's side. It was funny, but Katt gets beside himself too much to disrespect people. And now Wanda Smith died, and all of Atlanta trying to act like they always had her back. I would haunt you lames." But a lot of people are also defending Katt, and among them is none other than Dave Chappelle. Chappelle actually compared this to his own situation when people tried to cancel him. And he said, "Comedy is the last place where you can speak your mind, and no comedian should let themselves be silenced."
This might be the noblest of professions. Robin Williams had a bar that I loved. He said, comedy is the only job you can have where you can use everything you know. And that's true. You can use more than you know. If you use what you think, use it. Don't be afraid.
But it's not just about cancel culture. There's another side to this story about Katt and Wanda that doesn't get talked about enough. See, Katt claimed that Wanda and her husband literally tried to take him out over a joke. Now, to give you some context, this all goes back to September 2018. Katt and comedian Red Grant dropped by Frank and Wanda in the morning while Red was getting ready for a string of shows in Atlanta. And what was supposed to be a normal 20-minute chat became V103's most watched clip ever. And honestly, it's not hard to see why. Katt straight up flipped the interview into a roast after Wanda tried and failed to throw some shade his way. At first, it looked like the interview was just rolling along fine, but things got spicy fast. Katt started talking about Tiffany Haddish, pointing out how Tiffany scored a Netflix deal without ever hitting the road for a comedy tour. And he also claimed that nobody could even name a single original joke Tiffany had written. And then Katt started digging into a bigger issue, how talented black female comedians often get completely overlooked by the big media companies, while someone like Tiffany gets all the spotlight even without writing her own material. And according to Katt, the reason is that Tiffany was the safe pick, handpicked by the higher-ups to appeal to white audiences. And that's when Wanda jumped in, saying Tiffany blew up because she's real. But Katt wasn't having it. He shot that down, saying Tiffany climbed to the top of the black comedy female scene for two main reasons. She talks nonstop about dating white men, and she's got lighter skin.
Wherever
Tiffany
you
Haddish,
at under the sound
because
of my
she's
voice,
real.
do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't, and then now we're at Brad Pitt. So hey, you can say whatever you want. She said she got a disease for JJ. Don't nobody check for that. I support Linnell, Melanie Camacho, Miss Laura, all the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. It's no shade to nobody. We are in the only business where, as a black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything light-skinned.
Now, the vibe between Katt and Wanda was already awkward by that point, but it got even messier when Wanda tried to throw some shade with a random question about Katt's cooking skills for his kids. And Katt didn't hold back. He started firing off one verbal smackdown after another.
That's dope.
You cook? Do you cook for your kids?
Absolutely.
Tell me some of the things you cook that they're proud of. Like, Dad made some. You got the best spaghetti. You got the best steak. What do you have? Say, what do they like?
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean...
You answer the question and just tell me.
Man, you're a strong black woman. Is it okay for me to answer?
Come on.
You keep interrupting the answer. Everyone can hear it. It sounds like you like me a little bit. It's starting to bleed over the airwaves.
Now, for a brief moment, it looked like they actually shared a laugh, and the tension eased a bit. But just when it seemed chill, Katt threw a curveball. He started bringing up Wanda's kids and totally turned the interview into a full-blown comedy show.
Oh, man.
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Aren't boys simple? Aren't boys simple?
They can be. They can be.
Wanda knows she
I'm what?
She didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that you
Well,
didn't.
that's all right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys say, yeah.
They like for me to. I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey,
And they
right now,
love-
look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli, and tell me he doesn't say heat up water.
So at first, Wanda laughed it off, but you could tell she was fuming underneath. She also tried to switch things up by bringing up Katt's past legal issues and even making fun of his hair. But that move totally backfired.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell you.
Station Viewer 3, your hair is kind of.
That joint was.
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't.
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers while you on air, so they can hear you live.
Come on. Come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hairs moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning?
And then, near the end of the interview, Wanda couldn't help herself, and she threw one last jab at Katt's hair, calling him Lil Mama, and even implying he might be gay. But Katt shut that down quick, and honestly, it was painful to watch Wanda getting humiliated like that on her own show.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down.
Whatever, Lil Mama.
If your cholesterol is 600,
Whatever, Lil Mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you Lil Mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, girl.
And what are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
No, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
Yes,
big
ma'am.
in prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it
yeah.
off. Prison
Okay.
and jail aren't the same. No.
Okay,
No.
okay.
But then things took a serious turn. Wanda couldn't shake off that humiliation, and things got wild to the point where she allegedly sent her husband and son to confront Katt with a gun. This all went down on September 15th, 2018, outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater, where Wanda...
I think I said in one of those other videos, like, I've never known for like comedians, like comedy, for the beef. Like, you know, they talk about like stealing jokes, stuff like that. That's where the beef comes in. But like outside, off the stage, it's like, man, like for it to escalate to this is wild. It really is. I'm trying to watch this to see if there's some type of connection, but I guess they're saying that I don't know. I don't see no connection to the Reggie Carroll at all.
was hosting a comedy night. Her husband Lamorris showed up in the parking lot and pulled a weapon on Katt. Security footage later surfaced showing the tense moments between Katt and Wanda right before her husband arrived and started chasing him. Yeah, it got messy. Now, according to the police report, Wanda's husband admitted he chased after Katt, but he insisted he never actually pulled a gun, saying he just accidentally dropped it while running. Wanda had her own take too, and a few days later on her radio show, she claimed Katt showed up.
That's so talking about he dropped the gun while running. Could you imagine him dropping that gun and it went off? That reminded me of that one teacher. It was this dude doing a gun safety class and shot himself in the foot. Yeah.
Up just to diss her for no reason, and her husband was only trying to protect her. But then TMZ dropped a bombshell and released new security footage showing Wanda's husband actually holding a gun and seemingly chasing Katt into a nearby grocery store. Now, to be fair, the video didn't actually show Lamorris pointing the gun at Katt, and Lamorris claimed he wasn't trying to shoot anyone. But the drama didn't just disappear after that. Fast forward to January 2019, and Wanda got fired from B103 Atlanta. Now, they never gave an official reason, but speculation ran wild, and a lot of people linked it back to those Lil Mama comments, basically implying that Wanda was using gay as an insult. And in Atlanta, a city with a huge Black gay community, that
Yeah.
probably didn't do her any favors. As for Katt, he didn't comment at the time on Wanda getting fired, and it actually took him a few years to address the whole situation. Finally, in January 2024, during his appearance on Club Shay Shay, Katt shared his side of the story and claimed the whole Wanda drama actually started because of something she said before the interview even began. According to Katt, Wanda promised she wouldn't ask him about his legal issues or his kids, but the moment he brought up the Tiffany Haddish situation, she immediately jumped in.
Remember we talked about that as far as what goes on before you sit down in that chair? You know, he even said on Club Shay Shay, like, man, could you imagine if we talked about the stuff that we, you know, what they did off camera? So some people have like boundaries. They say, yo, don't talk about this. I don't want you to bring this up, that up. And then some people will do it purposely to put you in an awkward situation where if you don't answer something, you look guilty, you know? Wow.
Bringing up his kids and his time in jail. And that's when things started spiraling.
I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right, okay.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I got to call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me.
Katt also said Wanda was basically trying to humiliate him in front of her gay fan base, and he believes that's the real reason she ended up getting fired and faded from the spotlight.
In front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in? There's no gay people saying I belong over there or been over there.
You did
but I have no hatred of over there, and how dare you?
You did a number on it though.
Hey.
You did a number on it. That's legendary.
No, you.
Katt also addressed the whole thing with Wanda's husband, saying he felt like it was all a setup and that Wanda actually tried to get him unalived all over a joke.
No comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried this same weekend, not in jokes. In my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians. What do you mean? And the world was okay with it because it was me. Had that happened to anyone else, the world went crazy when Will smacked Chris. This is a person pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the confines of their job.
That's a fact.
It's really a weird situation when they hate you that bad.
Yeah.
Now fast forward to October 2024 when Wanda sadly passed away, just one day after she celebrated her 58th birthday. And Katt said nothing. There were no public statements or messages of condolences for Wanda's family. As for the fans, the reactions were mixed. Some were saying Katt did the right thing by not saying anything publicly, because if he had, people would have accused him of being a hypocrite. And besides that, we don't know if he privately reached out to Wanda's family to offer his condolences. So the fact that social media is now digging up this old drama and trying to cancel Katt when he almost lost his life over a joke is wild, and it actually perfectly illustrates what Dave Chappelle said about cancel culture ruining comedy. Well, let me know how you feel about everything that went down between Katt and the late Wanda.
You know, death is like, you know, especially in the celebrity world, you know, always say it gets all weird and crazy. You know, they'll say this person died from this or that, and you kind of like do a little side eye, like, But my whole thing is, people always expect people to say something. They always expect people to reach out and all that. Now, you know, they had what they had on the radio. I feel like if the situation with the husband never happened, and I'm not saying that Katt didn't reach out But, you know, if he decided not to, I don't know how people can be like upset with that, you know, because they did have some type of beef that escalated to something serious, you know, like somebody chase you down with a gun, or somebody husband chase you down with a gun, and then, you know, that person passed away. Are you about to be like sending condolences or whatever? Like you getting chased. I don't know, you know, he's just trying to scare him, but I'm just saying, what if something actually happened? You know, let's say he shot him, but he didn't, like Katt Williams didn't die. He recovered. And then this you know, Wanda Smith passed away. Like, is he supposed to reach out after her husband shot him? I don't know. I don't know why people would feel some type of way for him not, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But I was trying to figure out why Dave Chappelle name is in the title, but I guess it's just overall him talking about, you know, the cancel culture, especially when you're a comedian, you're trying to speak out. You know, at the end of the day, they say it's a joke, but a lot of times they do like kind of, them jokes do kind of hit hard because a lot of the stuff do be true, and it's the whole shock factor. Like, I can't believe he brought this up, but yeah, man, I just think because of what's going on right now, even though they said Katt Williams wasn't at the house or nothing like that, you know, because people are still waiting for Katt Williams to say something, to speak out with the whole Reggie Carroll situation. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, y'all. A lot. I was on my phone the other day and I messed up. I went on Instagram threads and it was just crazy story after crazy story after crazy story after crazy story, man. I'm just looking at some of the comments here. Someone said he finished what she started. They said Wanda and her family went entirely too far. Okay, he roasted her. Let's be real. She started it. Yeah, I don't know. But hey, I appreciate you guys coming over, man. Just to end this video, I will say that, you know, this comedy beef has escalated into something that I never thought we would see. But at the same time, like, if you're a person who is easily offended, I would suggest staying home, not going to comedy shows, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff lately where people been going off on people, like, because people been heckling, you know, feeling offended in the audience. Just stay home, you know. All right, peace out.